Hello and welcome to the Vipers' fourth game of the T20 World Cup. The Netherlands have won the toss and have chosen to bowl first. And it's a close call first up, but I think he got some bat there. Are they going to review it? No, they're not. And it's cut through the gap. That goes all the way to the boundary. That's 4 runs. Just makes some room for himself and cuts through the ball. That goes for 4 runs. And he pulls it. That was a beautiful slog pull. That goes all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. Quite a unique looking pull, but he slogs the ball. That goes for 4 runs. And that's a drive, but it gets the edge, finds the gap and goes for 4 runs. He attempts a drive, but it bounces too much. He gets the edge, but luckily goes to the boundary. And that's the way. That is a beautiful square drive, finding the gap, going all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. He just steps to the ball and drives it through the square area for 4 runs. And that's a beautiful pull shot by Jace Grayson. 1 bounce ball. He gets around the short one and pulls it beautifully. That goes all the way to the boundary. And another slog pull, but this time it goes all the way. That's 6 runs. Beautiful batting. He played the shot earlier. This time he does it better. It goes all the way. Beautiful drive. That's going over the ropes. That's 6 runs. Beautiful from Jace Grayson to drive it over the ropes all the way for 6 runs. And he comes down the pitch and he slogs it over the top. That's going all the way. 6 runs. Beautiful shot making by these 2 batsmen. Hitting 6s for fun here. Oh, and he gets lucky with that one. Just clips it off the legs and it goes for 4 runs. Getting around it, nearly plays it into the keeper's hands, but the keeper misses it. It goes for 4 runs. And he's been bowled. What a stupid shot played there by the batsman. Trying to block one way outside his off stump, and he just plays it onto his wicket. That is out. Bowls it short, bowls it wide. Should never have blocked it, and it goes onto his wicket. Oh, what a shot by Arlo Radcliffe. He is wonderful at that shot. Just getting under the ball and driving it all the way. And he does it again, but this time it goes over the infield. 1 bounce, 4 runs. It's a beautiful shot by Arlo Radcliffe, just taking it to the bowlers early on in his innings. And Blaine Saunders pulls that. 1 bounce, 4 runs. The leader bowls that way too short, right in the slot for Blaine Saunders, and he pulls it to the boundary for 4 runs. And it's flicked off the legs, but it's caught on the boundary. Blaine Saunders is gone for 41. Big wicket for the Netherlands. Bowling it in the Yorker slot. Tries to flick it off his legs, but it doesn't go all the way. Straight into the hands of the fielder. That's out. And another one. They get 2 in quick succession. That's 3 wickets down for the Vipers. They really need someone to take control of the innings and set a score for them. He bowls it wide and full, tempts the batsman into the shot and gets the edge, gets the catch. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful shot by the batsman, finding the gap between the fielders and going over the ropes for 6 runs. Almost flicking it off his body and hitting it over the ropes. That's 6 runs. And it's a drive, but the bowler stops it. And he's out. That's run out. How unlucky for the batsman and how lucky for the bowler. What a wicket for Netherlands. You can see he was clearly out of his crease. That's a big wicket for the Netherlands. That's Cyrus Maben gone. Oh, what a flick shot. That's going to find the gap. That's 4 runs. Beautiful shot from Victor Bain. Just flicking it off his body. That goes for 4. And a wonderful drive from Cole Kensington. That finds the gap, goes through the square area and goes for 4 runs. Steps to the ball and drives it straight through the square area. Beautiful shot. Oh, and that's hooked. Will that go all the way? Yes, it does. Beautiful shot from Victor Bain, hooking it all the way for 6 runs. He just gets under it and just hooks it beautifully. That's 6 runs. And it's a full toss and it's flicked off his legs. That finds the gap. That goes for 4 runs. Bowls a full toss. Kensington deals with it beautifully and gets 4 runs. And that's a beautiful cover drive, but it finds the fielder. That is out of here. It was a beautiful shot, but it goes straight to the fielder. He is gone. Ball was bowled in the slot. He smacks it, but he didn't smack it hard enough. He finds the fielder with a beautiful catch. He's out of here. And it's short. And another hook shot from Victor Bain. That's a beautiful shot. Another 6 runs. And it's flicked. Does it go all the way? Yes, it does. Beautiful shot from Brady Knox, flicking it off his legs and finding the ropes all the way for 6 runs. And it's another flick shot. This time he finds the fielder. That's another wicket for Netherlands. Beautiful. He bowls another full toss. Brady Knox does not hit it hard enough and he finds the fielder on the boundary. That's out. Beautiful catch. And another full toss. He slogs it again. That's 6 runs. Beautiful from Victor Bain. He is really tallying up the runs here for the Vipers. And he comes down the pitch and again flicks it off his legs, again hits it over the boundary. That is 6 runs for the Vipers. Victor Bain is bringing it to the Netherlands bowlers. Smacks it off his legs. Beautiful 6 runs. What a slog sweep. That's going all the way. And that's the 50 up for Victor Bain. What an innings. Smacks it. That's 6 runs. And another smack, another slog sweep, another 6 runs. Beautiful from Victor Bain, just handing it to the Netherlands bowlers. And this time he finds the fielder. 4 sixes and out of here. What a show. What a show for the fans that came out to watch it today. This is wonderful cricket. He tries to come down the pitch and doesn't get to the ball because of the full toss and hits it straight to the fielder. He's gone. And the Vipers end on 161 for 7, with their top performing batsman being Victor Bain with 56 runs off 36 balls. And the top performing bowler for the Netherlands is Fred Klaassen with 2 for 20 of his 4 overs. And he gets the edge. That's 4 runs to start the innings for Netherlands. He bowls it in short but gets the edge. That's a lucky shot to go for 4 runs for Netherlands. And he bowls it in full. And that's a wonderful slog cover drive that goes all the way, 6 runs. He bowls it in the slot and is just slogged over the top all the way for 6 runs. And there's driven, but it gets the edge, and again it finds the gap. Again it's 4 runs. Unlucky there to not stop the ball, but he just steps on the ropes. And that's a wonderful shot. That's going all the way. 6 runs. Beautiful shot for Netherlands. Beautiful batting. And it's full, but he drives it through the gap. That is 4 runs. Netherlands are really taking control of this innings, hitting boundaries with ease. Oh, and he gets the edge, but he finds the gap. That goes for 4. He bowled it short. The batsman tried to flick it through the side, but he gets the edge and it goes through the offside. That's 4 runs. And that's a wonderful drive. But it finds the fielder. That's the 50 partnership up for the Netherlands. And he drives it over the top. He drives it over the ropes. That's 6 runs. Beautiful shot for the Netherlands. Grayson really needs to tighten up his bowling. And it's cut. That's cut over the top. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Grayson bowls it wide, and the batsman just cuts it over the top. That's 4 runs. And another wide delivery, but this time he gets the edge. Cyrus Maven takes the catch. That's the first wicket for the Vipers. Lane Saunders bowls it wide, tempts the batsman into the shot. He gets the edge, and Cyrus Maven takes the catch. And that's Yorker, but he drives it through the gap. He drives it for 4 runs. He attempts the Yorker ball. It ends up being a full toss, and he just drives it through the gap. And it's driven over the top. Will it go all the way? Yes, it does. That's 6 runs for the Netherlands. Beautiful shot. Beautiful 6. And it's driven. And it's 6 runs again. Beautiful shot for the Netherlands. They are really taking it to the Viper bowlers. 6 runs everywhere. And it's driven again. And again it's 6 runs. This is wonderful for Netherlands. They are just getting everything in their slots and they are punishing it. And it's flicked. And it's caught. What a catch by Silas Mercer on the circle. Beautiful wicket for the Vipers. Milo Carter bowls it into the body, he flicks it and he finds the fielder. Beautiful wicket for Milo Carter. And he bowls it short, but this time he cuts it through the gap. That is 4 runs. Beautiful shot. And it's a full toss, but he flicks it onto his wicket. That's a 2nd wicket up for Milo Carter. Beautiful bowling. He tries to get around it, but all he does is flick it onto his wicket. That is out of here. And he tries to drive it, but he does not connect that one. He finds the fielder. Baz de Leede is gone. This is wonderful for the Vipers. Beautiful bowling. And that's a duck for Baz de Leede. Unlucky. Just finding the fielder with a wonderful catch. Oh, that looked close. That one looked close. Are they going to review it? No, they're not. But yo, that looks close. I would have given that if I was the umpire. And that's a slog drive. And that goes all the way. That is 6 runs for the Netherlands. It's a bit too late for them to make a comeback, but that was a shot. And another one. Another slog shot. Another 6 runs for Colin Ackerman. Beautiful batting. He's thinking, we may not win this, but I am going to really show them what I can do. Hitting 6s with ease. And that's another one. Another 6 runs. Colin Ackerman is bringing it to them. Beautiful batting. Beautiful 6s. And this time, again. No doubt about that one. It goes again for 6 runs. Beautiful shots. And the Vipers win by 23 runs. They didn't get too many wickets in the end, but they just put on too high of a score, too much for Netherlands to get. The Netherlands put on 138 for 4, with their top batsman being Max O'Dowd with 48 or 40 balls. And the top performing bowler for the Vipers, Milo Carter, with 2 for 21 of his 4 overs. And the Vipers win by 23 runs. We thank you for joining us here on Polywillow. We'll see you next time.